Yo, from Izizi. Today we've chosen to switch it up a little bit and do the roots thing as is our own. So yeah, today we are going to delve deep into the culture because it will be an injustice if we are trying to solve today's problems with the answers for today's problems, finding them in the roots when we don't have a proper reference for the roots themselves. So yeah, so today we'll dive deep into the roots and culture that we came from, and see how things were going. Actually, not today only; it will be like a continuous thing. So yeah, we'll do that today. And as we said on the last pod, whenever you go to the doctor, you are always asked for your medical history. So again, that's why we want to check our history and understand why. Because once we see the history and see where we came from and see how things were being run back then, now we'll be able to diagnose some of the shit that we're facing right now and now as we speak, man. Yo, brother, what up?
What up, man?
Mm-hmm.
The way we are dressed today,
Yeah.
it's not 100% the way our ancestors used to
Yeah.
wear. They didn't have watches.
Yeah, man.
and shades.
Yeah, but they'd be proud, I think. They'd look at us and be like, fuck.
And they used to wear like hides,
Yes.
like a cow. Is it cow hides? No, like goat kind of.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yeah.
So the brownie thing
Mm.
is because most of the clothes they were wearing were brown.
Yeah,
We're talking about Kikuyu traditions,
yes.
not maybe the Zulus were doing it.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Yeah, I think we had something in one of the episodes where I was saying like the Bantus kind of have like a common, what is it called? Origin, exactly. So you'll see also the sources of like their like the god, the way they live, the food. Kind of they still follow like one structure.
Yeah. So we could be asking ourselves a question. When a child was born in a Kikuyu setting,
Yes.
why were people celebrating?
Yeah.
Why were they all the time happy about the next generation? I mean, what did a child mean to the community? That's it's not like unlike now the way the child is seen as trouble and you are being told
Shit.
don't give birth, don't do this, don't there is
There's a lot
all
of
that
words.
narrative
Yeah.
that a child is a burden
Yeah. To society.
to whoever is around.
Mm.
Again, when the child was born in those the settings of a Kikuyu, maybe a homestead, there used to be celebration, and the celebration itself is centered around that newborn, and people could actually ululate. Is it called ululation?
Yes, ululation.
Ululations, yeah.
They call ululate, as you say.
Yes, they would do that in order to affirm or to do what was the meaning of that those ululations. That's the other question.
Yeah.
We need to answer. Why would women do that?
Yes.
and we used to call that Ngemi.
Yes, Ngemi.
Ngemi.
Ngemi as
Ngemi. There were 5 for the boy,
the boys,
and
4
for the girl.
Absolutely. I think a point on that is also that like Ngemis are like what nowadays people call. I'm not saying they're like the same, but what I can liken them to what people kind of call them affirmations. So the way people say you make an affirmation in yourself, so it's like you are making affirmations for the kid that is now being brought to a community. Remember, this thing is a very community-based, society-based. It was like a whole cosmopolitan. There's no one person thing. That's why nowadays the narrative is fuck them kids, because people feel like they have been left the quote unquote the burden of childbearing is unto one person, but back in the day it wasn't a one person thing, it was a community thing, right?
Yeah, it was a community thing. And again, the society or the narrative that is out there is these people, our ancestors, were not organized. They were savages, as people would say, uncivilized. Those are the words that are used when referring to our history, which is very wrong. We were organized. The structure was very good. It wasn't like now. Now everybody does whatever they think is right. And when they think, like the issue of even homosexuality and a lot of shit that is happening now wasn't happening then. The reason, the society had a way of checking out itself.
Yes.
There were rules.
Yeah, there are moral codes.
There were moral codes. If you look now at maybe like a child, when the child is born and then people are doing that urination, it's not just out of nothing. Some people would think, these people are just shouting.
Yeah, they're like mad
people, But a white man wouldn't understand.
Absolutely.
Whatever these people are about.
Yeah.
Because they don't even understand our language.
Exactly.
We do understand their language, but they don't understand us. They don't understand why people would
make such
yes,
affirmations and noises.
Yes, those affirmations.
Yeah.
Like there were 5, like we say, 5 for the girl, for the boy, and 4 for the girl.
Yes.
Now the first one was Gemia Ozamaki.
Yes.
That means a person who is born could be a leader.
You're a born leader.
You are born a leader.
Yes.
Now that's the first thing. When someone says they give you hear, you are hearing noises, but there is a meaning. Then they would go to the second one. Ya Otoga. Ngemi Ya Otoga. Or what people would say, he is professing that you be rich.
Yes.
So there was not going to be like a poor person in the community.
Yes, and we also on that remember when people are back in the day when people were proclaiming for you richness, or is there something called richivity? The wealth, let's put it as wealth. There was no money, so it wasn't like fam you're gonna have. We are a family, and you're gonna have a house, a BMW or a big ass. There was nothing like that. It was wealth proper, and for wealth back in the day was one, life was actually very sacred. So even wealth in itself, life came. I look at it as also like life was wealth in itself. Also, back in the day, it was really treasure. Then also I'm just trying to say that it was less of materialism.
Materialistic.
Yeah, people are less materialistic back then, and because we didn't even have such material things as we have right now, made life more easy.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we were supposed to. When someone is proclaiming those things,
Yeah.
and to the child, oh, that's very good English for me.
Yeah.
And to the
and to be.
Oh,
Bro.
I feel like
The Oscar is waiting for it.
I feel
The
like
Grammy for-
I'm rating the was it King James version of the Bible, and to thee,
KJV.
then and to the end. Mostly that the Bible is normally misquoted.
Yeah, a lot.
Anyway, we are not talking about the Bible.
The Biblos, yeah.
Yeah. Then the richness, as you say, the richness or the wealth of the society was inclusiveness
Yeah.
of the whole thing. Is not just like you just wake up, I have a mortgage to pay.
Yeah.
It's no fucking mortgage.
Zero.
There is nobody owing other people. You know, you are born a free
Yeah. There's no
person.
exactly.
And when you are born into that community, celebrated in that community. Now, if you go to a hospital nowadays, it's either the child was born and the dad ran away. The dad just,
When I first saw the bill, I was like, bro,
I ain't doing this.
I ain't doing shit. Not today. Let me just go, man.
Nobody is celebrating
start
any
life.
child. Why you celebrate a child and the door upright is gone high? You know. Now the other relation
Yeah.
was Gemia Ogo.
Yes.
By Ogo, what do you mean?
I think for me, Ogo doesn't. In Kikuyu terms, people will say it's crazy, but they put it as because Modomogo is like a person who I'm lacking the words. You have the words for it?
Yes, Modomogo is a person who is like a doctor.
Yes. Yes.
Like a doctor, someone who can be able to foresee and you know, to have a solution
Yeah.
for themselves
Mm.
in the society at large.
Yes.
Because it's not like the way it is demonized. When
Yes.
someone says that person is Modomogo,
Mm.
it doesn't mean that they are witches.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what people say.
Man, like my brothers in Kisii would be like.
And then they burn the fucking house of an old
Woman, yeah, it doesn't even make sense. So that was my point. Like the Modomogo was like the person, like the doctor, the person who gave solutions when it came to hard things in society. But now in this context, Ogo was also looked at as from a point of the abilities and the talents also. So we are really affirming that your talents will prosper from your talents. It will be like as you move on with life, may you enjoy also your talents, and may you enjoy living on with your abilities as you continue on being old.
Yeah. Now the other one was Gemia Uradi,
Yeah.
as in you can be able to foresee future.
Yeah.
You can be able to also prosper in future.
Yeah.
We are not looking at someone who is now going to be poor, like you see, like homeless people.
Yeah.
So there was no people who are homeless.
Yeah. No,
Who
homeless,
set
no
up.
orphans.
There are no orphans.
Yeah.
There was
Street families and street children, man.
yes, there is not. There are no thieves.
Yeah. No thieves, exactly. So
There is no jail.
there's no prison.
That setting. Now we have jail and police. I don't know what they are
And
for.
still we haven't solved still the question of crime.
It's because the mental picture that is there. it's scarcity mentality
Yeah.
that was sold into you.
Mm.
Hey, today I'm unto you.
Fam, bro. The Grammys on.
The scarcity mentality that you don't have, you need more.
Mm.
You are in a place where you're in competition with another person. You buy a Japanese car, somebody else imports a car from US, from USA and Europe, and those fucks are making money, and you are poor.
Exactly.
Because even if you think about it, like Nigeria, they have a lot of oil, and yet they are poor. Fuck, man, you think about it like that.
Like
Scarcity mentality.
Absolutely.
Again, I don't have. I need more. Yet you have everything.
You have everything that you will ever need. In fact, I think there was someone also asking me yesterday how is it that the Congo, there's a crisis in the Congo, there's a crisis in South Sudan, there's a crisis in the northern parts of Africa, when all of us as Africans know that we have the resources. We are the ones who can actually help them out, the Congo, the Sudan, the whatever. But we are still finding sounds from other places asking the West, why aren't you helping with our crisis? The problem is this over-reliance of the West. And the West has already shown that they don't give a shit. Good example is, they are out there saying, I don't know, Russia should stop doing what it's doing to Ukraine. But the same scenarios are happening in Africa, and they are numb about it. So you only play to it when it kind of favors you. But when it comes to Africa, and this is not even the first time. I remember, I think which civil war? I think the civil war in Liberia. And same way people are asking, where is the West? Where is the West? You have to send UN, you have to. They did nothing. So that was a proper good example of these things. We're not going to wait for these stupendous people to I don't know, to bring help or do anything. Remember, some of them are actually even involved in some of these wars inside this country. They are funding them. That's why they're not even coming out to say, to try and condemn them, because they're funding them and they're getting mad returns. Like in Sudan, there's a war. Whatever is going on, it's probably because of the Suez Canal and the positioning of the positioning of how Sudan is. The Congo, we don't even have to ask ourselves. We know it's the resources. So it's kind of a divide and rule thing. They've been doing this for centuries on and on. Now, us as Africans, we should put our stamps down and say, like, fam, we don't want shit from you, because we can take care of our own shit.
Exactly. That has been going on for a minute.
Yeah.
So if you now think about, because we're looking at the childbirth.
Yeah.
The childbirth and how we relate to newborns and those kind of affirmations.
Yeah.
And then you look at the society right now. You look at, because you see, the girl gets 4 up to where we are now.
Yeah.
It's 4 for the girl,
5 for the boy.
Sorry, 5 for the boy.
Yeah.
Now the 5th Ngemi was Ngemi ya Osaba.
Yes.
Now, if you look at the society right now, you get fucking confused, because we grew up being told you are equal.
Yeah.
The Western way of looking at things is we are equal. All the children are equal.
Yeah.
But now the other fucking problem is, when now you are of age, you are supposed to pay dowry for the girl.
Yes.
But you are equal. If you think about
from
it,
day one. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
It doesn't make sense.
And then they tell you are supposed to provide for the girl. Are we still equal. Kwani is the equal goals at some point
Yeah.
when there are job opportunities, you are equal.
Yeah.
But now when it comes
to other narratives,
you're not equal.
yeah.
So that's what he's saying. Like our culture had it all figured out
Yeah.
that a girl will not have Osaba.
Yes.
A girl is not going to join the army.
Absolutely, yeah.
And with that kind of a structure, a girl remains at home.
Yeah.
They take care of the children.
Exactly.
A girl becomes part. You know, that's the most powerful role you can have, to bring up
someone. Exactly.
to bring up the child.
Exactly.
And the best I can do as a man is to make sure that I'm protecting them. That's where Osaba is coming from.
Exactly.
Now the society,
are not even there for to protect them. The kids are being brought up by their moms and the dads. The role of protecting them is non-existent. He was never even there since.
Yeah.
Okay, since in our scenario, since he saw the hospital do. He's
Yeah.
like, bro, I thought my courage was telling me like I can take it at the we can go down this path.
And again, if you think about it, the hospital bill itself, where is it coming from? Again, it's this whole scenario that has been created that you need to be in a hospital to go and give birth in a hospital, and the bill is supposed to be this much and all that.
Yeah.
Those are the times you think like Africa there was no child birthing because there were no hospitals.
Exactly, it was happening.
It was happening. There were people who were midwives. They knew what exactly is supposed to be done.
Yes.
For a child to be born.
Yes, and you see, like for them, that was like a job.
Yeah.
Not in this context of today, but like they knew. Let's put it as it was like their responsibility.
Yeah.
They knew whenever we're going to have this ceremony in society. Fam, me I gotta render the services now, and it's no. I don't think were they like being paid? There was no money.
No paying. Why are you paying?
You're like I helped in giving life.
Well, you know the concept of money is again
a scarcity
mentality that
Absolutely.
you need to have it in order to get something. What if you have everything? Do you need money?
Nope.
That's why we didn't need to have that trading system.
Absolutely.
If someone needs to eat, there is
the food
crop.
is there, exactly. The granaries are full, man.
Yeah, they are full.
Every homestead you'd walk into had a full granary.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if
there were animals. If you want to eat meat, you don't need to go buy anything.
Absolutely.
The animals are just there.
Man, yeah, you can massacre them.
You just
one
eat whatever is available.
Absolutely. Plus, like the fruits, they are dangling from the trees.
They are everywhere.
They're everywhere, man. Sugarcane is there. You can
It's
just chop
green.
white.
It's green.
Fresh, man.
There's no
preservatives.
There's no like a freezer.
There's none. Nothing
like that. You don't need that. There is happiness. There are ceremonies every fucking day. There's a ceremony, man.
Yeah, actually, I was seeing that, and someone was the place I was getting the information was saying, even in our back in the day, like people never used, like the scarcity mentality made us like when we grow up, don't you have to have meat in your diet like every freaking damn time. But now what happened in like ancient Kikuyu was because there are so many damn ceremonies that are always happening, like you'll never even worry ati utakula nyama leo. You know, like fam, there's a child bro, there's a mbuzi
so mbuzi is gonna go
there. Kidogo next week you hear, I don't know, there's someone who is supposed to do some ceremony for his farm or anything, like bro, we gotta go, man. So like you never lacked.
Sherehe was just the thing.
Exactly. And you needed just to pull up, man.
They don't charge you anything.
Zero, man. You just pull up. We continue, but we also have to help out with some things, but that was like our way of life. You wouldn't just do things that he because you have to do things, like also work was important. So you knew, even I remember like when we were small, your parents will tell you like, if you are going to visit someone or your friend, make sure you carry something.
Yeah.
Then I found out that it was actually deep in our culture that I'd go, even if I'm carrying a yam, I go and see maybe my shoshu or the friend, or a friend of mine. If I give them the yam, first I just give them the yam, then yeah, we start chilling, man. Then everything comes now.
There wasn't like
the hospitality was like the thing.
There wasn't like this whole thing of feeling like you owe somebody, because the resources are in abundance.
Yes.
There's nobody who's complaining and saying from today every time you see homeless people like, you wonder how did we get here? We got here because we think we don't have.
Yeah.
We think we need.
Yes, we were programmed to think lowly of ourselves also.
Exactly. We are not celebrating anymore.
Yeah. Nowadays
children. Your family is not being celebrated. Nobody is celebrating anything.
Zero.
We are just working towards this mirage.
Yeah.
and we are just running around, and then you die.
The end goal is 6 feet under.
You run, then die.
Yeah.
No celebration, nothing.
Yeah, even at death, there's no. It's you can't call it a celebration. I always see people saying someone if they live to 100 years, I don't know, you're celebrating life. But nowadays, even when you go to those funerals, it's still not a celebration of life. It's still there. Which for me it doesn't really make sense. And I think from as you're saying, from an Oshaba point of view, also we can see how society right now we are lacking, because to a big extent we really need the men to be there for society, and to make sure also the children who are growing up in a proper environment. No kid should actually grow up not knowing their dad.
The brave men, they were not affirmed when they were born.
Yeah.
And they are not now brave, they are just like girls. That's why you find some of the men are becoming women and accepting to be homosexuals.
Yeah.
You think about it like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you are not affirmed from day one, so you end up not knowing who the hell you are.
Yeah, so anything goes for you.
Anything goes.
Yeah.
Because now there is another man who is affirmed. That man will take care of his business.
Yeah.
But this other one who doesn't know, am I really a man?
Yeah. It's crazy. I've seen
giving out his whatever he's asked for to another nigga.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about now?
It's crazy. I remembered one other scenario. I saw like, I don't know, like white people have to be the most they're just crazy. So people now this trans thing. So people are, you find now this scenario, you find like now you are a man and you're supposed to have a dick, and now you make a choice to even to go to the extent of actually taking it out and being given a vagina, apparently, which has I saw it. I was like, man, I don't know what I just seen. I was broken, man. I was fucking broken. I don't know why people. And then also even the doctors now, same now these are even white doctors who are like, fam, don't do this shit. These people are just lying to you, man. Don't do this shit. I was like, it's good now that you are even realizing it. Now apparently one of the basketballers, I can't remember his name, in the NBA. I don't know, his son now apparently wants to be a lady.
So you talk about this identity thing.
Yes,
That
yes.
is going
It's
on.
ridiculous, man.
I saw.
So and actually it marries this scenario because now it seems like, fam, you never knew from the word go.
Yeah, you didn't know.
You never knew like who you were then. Making it worse now. This basketball is black. I don't remember his name.
He wants to be a woman or what?
Yeah. Now his son wants to be he wants to be addressed as a lady. It's like, man, fuck. We have gone so bad on this road. Then it's sickening. It's freaking
It's
sickening.
fucking crazy because if someone can decide now what they are,
And we are chilled. In fact.
me I can identify as an elephant.
Yeah.
You should call me it.
Exactly.
No, no longer he or she. No,
We
it's
should
just
give
it.
Exactly.
I saw that there was an argument. They say it's they are supposed to be addressed as they.
Ah.
No, like
So
he
are they like
or
to so many people?
yeah, no, like
What
one
is
person.
they now?
They is like to avoid saying she or he.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Wow.
they came here
Fuck.
and
But that means like they are two man. They're like elephants or hippos or lions.
and by the way, you will hear some people buying into that shit in Africa.
They are trying to sell their agenda to Africa, and some of us Africans are just dumb as fuck, taking up the same agenda. These niggas are trying to bring it up to us, and they're really trying to sell it.
They want to break the core thing that holds Africa together. It's the culture.
Yeah.
If you have a good culture, no matter what. Now, some people will say, okay, let's look at the Arabs. Look at how stable their places are,
Yeah.
because their culture, whatever
set.
it's Quran or whatever, that culture holds them together.
Yeah. How comes you're not seeing the lobbyists going there and be like, change your freaking dicks to the other things? But why? Or places like Japan, I'm not seeing people.
Exactly the point.
The lobbyists, where are they?
It's the culture. They tell you that this, what you're doing is wrong, but they don't give you an answer
Yeah.
to the problem
So,
that you have.
exactly, you remain in limbo after you have now adapted. Now the niggas who are slashing off their whatevers are right now they are facing it.
Have you seen even now here in Africa?
Yeah.
You see the way these niggas are behaving. Like someone is wearing a dress, and it's a man.
I actually saw another video like today. It was the funniest thing. So like, see, like when you go out and you always see like this. There's this like, they're not like uptown guys. They're like the dudes from like Islando-ish kind of dudes. So like now I don't know what they're doing. I think someone was recording, and now some nigga came in in a dress. Now these niggas are like, Islando niggas are like hard, like Z when he boy Aje. Like it was just sickening because I really don't understand. Like this nigga it's a nigga, but now even he has a wig. He's even chosen to take a wig, put it on, and put on a black dress. These niggas are like, no sir, no man, we ain't subscribing to this shit. We'd rather not then be here in the first place. Let's just go. Let's just walk. Because it's fucking sickening.
They don't have that shaba in them. In them is a shell. It's a shell of a human being who doesn't understand what it is to be a man. And they want to be something else they don't know about. Because, for example, if you think about like women aspire to be like men.
Yeah.
But now if you start doing the opposite, you man wanting to be a woman,
Yeah, bro.
that means Because a man is always a step higher than a woman.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that because our society couldn't give a woman the fifth
Yes.
shaba.
Yeah.
That
Accepted.
kept her in her place. Now it kept the man in his place also.
Yes. He knew.
Now the Western people, they came in and started saying things that fucking don't make sense. And you are equal. You are equal. And no, you cannot say we are equal.
Yeah.
You cannot give the mother all the jobs.
Exactly.
And then once you give her the jobs, who is gonna raise the babies?
Yeah.
What if and then you have seen the result of those who have been raised. They are the same people now who are now women.
Yeah.
They want to be women.
Exactly.
And they were raised.
Want to transition.
You want to transition.
Want to
Transition to be what?
As you said, man.
You are who you are.
Exactly.
And you cannot change.
You can't. Even like it's even physical. You know, you can't cut one finger and say now from this day on I have 9 fingers. In fact, you were born with 10. So you can't now say now I identify as a 9
disabled.
Bro, you're sick.
I cut my finger, I identify as a disabled person.
It doesn't make sense.
I start getting benefits
Yes.
for the disabled people.
Absolutely. Actually, this has to be the best example actually for this whole shenanigans, dramas of people that are trying to identify themselves as shit. That is it. If you go and cut your hand and say like, from today may I identify as a it's called
Handless.
yeah, a handless or a handicap. Okay, that's a good pun. Handicap, someone without
a handicap.
Yeah, please. Now you identify yourself as a handless person.
Okay, I cut my hair, then I identify as what?
I don't want to go there, but I've seen the darkness. I've seen the darkness where you're going. I don't want to go there. You have like, is it called myopia or something? That disease that you can't grow hair.
Whatever it is, but if I identify,
there's that also. You can identify the survivor of
cancer.
Yeah,
I identify as sick.
Yes,
because
but recovering.
The stupidity of the highest.
People are sick, man. The white people are sick. They are creating problems that didn't even exist, so that they try and find solutions. But the thing is, they live with the problems. There will be no solutions.
Yeah.
Zero. Now you don't have a hand. What happens? Your hand probably is not even in a fridge, so it went. You chose to identify as a handicap. Now you don't have the hand. Now you have to operate with one hand. That is the reality of the matter. It's not that you'll identify as disabled and go for that. No. Now, if it was driving, you can't drive. If it was cycling, you can't cycle, my friend. If it is passing that ball, if you're playing basketball, bro, you can't do that anymore. That is the reality of the matter. The reality is not you will be a disabled. No, fam. You took it on yourself. So same way.
So the people who are cutting their dicks.
Yeah. They identify as dicks.
I'm a woman from today because I don't have a dick.
Yeah.
That would be the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
And they're giving you like a...
You know, it is very unfair to women.
Yeah.
Very unfair because like a woman, whatever she does and whatever the hormones and everything, it's for her.
Made for her, yeah.
It's made for her, and it's good for her. Now, if you come maybe like in competitions, athletics and all that, if you identify as a woman and you are a man, you know you're going to take all.
You are going to destroy them. You are going to destroy them. And you remember, I think also the case of Semena, where they said like she had, I don't know, too much of the male wow, test that thing, testosterone.
Testosterone, yeah.
Yeah, and it was apparently IWF said that it was helping her win the races easier.
Yeah.
So then that's how probably in the future it will be. So the nigga has the identify, okay, the person who has changed their thing has now an artificial thing for the ladies, and now he's supposed to race with ladies. How?
Like a swimmer, then you be like, when you run,
Yeah.
or compete,
Yeah.
you're going to be winning everything, and it's so unfair to women.
Exactly, because now they are the women, and it was that particular race was made like for them. Now you have brought an unfair advantage towards them. It's a sad thing. But I think this goes to show how also from when you were born as an African, you knew from the word go that, okay, you didn't know because you were a child, but as you even grow, now the roles were like now properly defined.
Yeah.
The boy, the girl. There was no going back. There will not be like, bro, me, I think I want now to be a nigga. Cause you'll be asked, fam, you had 5 relations, my friend. You are a girl, my friend. There's no, unless we go back and reverse that. So you're going back in the womb, and then we come out as a nigga, and then we do like 5 relations, we give them to you. That's the only way you're going to be a nigga. No 2 ways.
That would be nice if they were handling this, whatever they call themselves, bisexual, trisexual, whatever sexual. I mean, it's fucking crazy.
It's crazy. Oh, Museveni did the thing, so he said like, you're not going to do that thing in this country, so go and shit yourself. And he told to the West, I was like, fuck, man.
Again, if you ask yourself that question, is when everybody is against the Ugandans, because it's not like Museveni stood somewhere and said, no, from today, no gay people. The Ugandans.
Yeah. So, absolutely.
Why would someone now come to Uganda and tell them what to do? It's their place.
Exactly.
It's home.
Exactly.
Even here in Kenya, we can do the same.
Yeah, and say this is what
we don't want whatever you are bringing.
Yeah, because it's a foreign agenda. We don't have to
yeah.
sufficient this thing. It's foreign, but
actually, we don't even need to discuss that whole issue. It's a non-issue.
Oh yeah, it's a stupendous issue. But it was just going to reinforce the fact that there's a difference. The boy and the girl. And from the word go, because the word go is childbirth, the lines were already drawn. One more thing also, during the birth, also, one of the functions why they used to say 4 or 5 was the dad was not necessarily there.
Yeah, he wasn't.
So yeah, it wasn't the delivery room scenario nowadays of.
But you're holding your wife's hand.
Yeah, those other.
That fucking thing. But I've seen that like someone goes to delivery room with the wife.
Yeah.
In your
then the nigga is traumatized for life because of some of the things he sees there.
And then you see the whole fucking head of a baby come out of her vagina, and then you start. Now from that day, it's gonna be trauma.
There's a nigga who fainted. So I was like, now he's in the hospital. Now they have to take care of this guy because bro, he's gone. But good thing the kid still made it, so it was good. So I'm just trying to show that because the dad wasn't there, it was like in a separate heart.
Yeah, he would know.
He would know because if he had 4,
yeah,
he knew now. But there was like a space in between, so that you'd know like because now there's the 4th and the 5th.
Yes.
And in between the transition, you don't want like the dad to be like, okay, no, I really don't know who is who. So after a little bit more, ulikuwa like ati ukisikia ni 4 ushajitoa.
Yeah.
No, ulikuwa ni you still have to wait a little bit, then if it's still 4, it's 4. Now you know you have a girl. If it goes to 5, my brother, now I have a boy. So you see, it still had like a culture, not even culture, a function. It had like a proper function.
My head is still fixed on the guy who fainted. after seeing the
Reactions.
the whole thing,
The
the woman's genitalia expanding and
like,
oozing bloody shit head. I'm like, the fuck, man?
this is
It's a
traumatizing.
horror movie. My friend.
I think it hit him like an axe. Cha! I'm never, and I don't think he has ever recovered. I don't think I had to maybe go for mental assessment or something.